Take 5 with Ricovibes, the ultimate in entertainment. Live interviews, social commentary, and so much more. Go tell somebody you're now locked into Take 5 with Ricovibes. This episode of Take 5 with Ricovibes is brought to you by...
Every day I rise before the sun to make sure our food is perfect. At Golden Crust, we cook everything from scratch because that's what it takes to live up to the name. We bring authentic ingredients from Jamaica to make sure everything tastes just right. And when I see our customers enjoying our food, it makes it all worth it.
Dad, can we get some of this and some of that and this and that?
Golden Crust Caribbean Restaurant. Real Jamaican food cooked from scratch.
What's up, everybody? It's yours truly, Ricovibes, and welcome to another edition of Take 5. I got a very special guest in the building, Miss Patrice.
Oh, me?
Yes.
Okay, hi. A special guest. I'm like, wait.
I know, you're looking around, right?
Right, thank you. Thank you for calling me special, and thank you for having me as well.
It's absolutely my
very
pleasure.
well. I'm well, thank you.
That's good.
Yes.
First of all, where are you from?
Antigua and Barbuda. So born in Antigua, but I always shout out my sister island of Barbuda.
Absolutely.
Yes.
That's like St. Kitts and Nevis for me.
Right.
Well, I'm born in Nevis. My mom was born in Nevis. I was born in Nevis, but my dad is from St. Kitts.
Okay, right. So it's really St. Kitts and Nevis.
Twin
You
Islands,
are really
I've got
St.
the best
Kitts
of both.
and Nevis.
The best of both.
Okay.
Yes.
Nice.
How long you been here?
So been in the U.S. for, oh my goodness, you're gonna let me put my
Date yourself, right?
put my numbers out there.
Yeah.
I would say 20, almost 30 years. Okay. 30 years. And then in Georgia, I moved here around 2006 to Georgia.
So a couple of years after I moved, I moved here in 2004.
Okay.
From New York.
From New York.
Yeah.
Look, running joke, we all kind of moved from New
Yeah,
York.
we all kind of moved from New York.
Yeah. Where were you in New York?
I was in Brooklyn.
Okay, same here, Flatbush
Yeah.
Avenue.
Okay.
Flatbush
Okay.
Avenue.
Yeah, I started out in Flatbush on 32nd and Snyder.
Okay,
And then I wound up in Park Slope.
Got you.
Yeah.
But I was Flatbush all the way. Went to school in the area, Brooklyn College, worked at the YMCA. Everything was just, I could just walk to everything right there in Flatbush.
That's what I miss about New York. The fact that you can get any type of food, any time of the day.
Yes.
It's just a mecca.
Yes.
Yeah.
Good shopping. And then I got tired of the cold. I was finished with school. Got tired of the cold, visited here. I'm like, wow, kind of homey, the trees and everything and the weather.
Exactly.
I'm like, all right, okay, might be, yeah.
But we brought the cold with us.
We did. After
that's one of the reasons why
I gave away my jackets and everything, and then you got to come back and buy more jackets too, right? Yeah. Not as long and not as bitter, but still, hey.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. So talk about your organization a little bit.
Right. So most people know I'm here at Whine Walk Run, Whine Walk Run 5K. And we celebrate culture, we celebrate people, we celebrate health, collaboration, all things good, and also supporting nonprofit organizations. We have some huge information coming regarding the nonprofit organizations and what we want to do with them and for them, because I just always want to help as many people as I can. But we originally started with a lot of cultural demonstrations and promoting health.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
What made you want to get in that line?
Well, I am a fitness instructor and been personal training for a number of years, over 30 years, probably about 31 years, and wanted to merge health along with my culture coming from the Caribbean.
Gotcha.
And making exercise and I would say more fun. And people like 5Ks, right? Not too much to overdo.
Too long,
right?
not too short,
Right.
just right,
A social event,
Right.
and figured I wanted to bring those two together. And the Whine Walk Run 5K was born.
Okay, and the wine is WHINE.
That is correct. So no, we don't have any red wine, white wine.
Exactly. So I wanted to point that out.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Is this which how many years you've been doing this?
This is our fourth year
Fourth year,
coming up.
okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
How has been the previous three?
Last year was challenging. I'm going to be transparent. Last year was challenging because we had some thunderstorms, and it was our first year that we did have thunderstorms.
Gotcha.
And so it was a very rough start.
Got it.
But when I tell you, you could see the joy and passion and resilience in people when it cleared up. You could not tell, like our promo video, you look at it, you cannot tell that we were swimming, all right, a few hours before we got started. You cannot tell when you look at the video because people had ponchos, it cleared up, they still ran the route, they still socialized like nothing ever happened. We weren't able to do all of our cultural presentations, so that was a little disappointing, but what are you going to do?
Right.
You make the best of what you have still.
So this year it's May 3rd, which is a Saturday.
Yes. The first Saturday in May is kind of reserved for us from Piedmont Park. So we are happy for that.
Okay, and talk about a little bit about the festivities.
Yes, so bringing back our cultural presentations, of course. We are having the Majorettes. They just adorable, and every year they get excited to come in. Sometimes I have to share them with the VI Carnival or something like that. They're like, oh, we're not going to be in town and so on. But they will be here this year, so that is very, very exciting. We will have our Stilts Walker also returning, and the big thing that's exciting is the International Food Festival that will take place. Okay. So I want to be very clear. We do have the 5K that we will be starting with about at 9 o'clock, and then at about 11 we move into the presentations and the food festival. So I met someone today who said, well, I can't do the 5K, I don't walk and run and so on. And I'm like, still come out, support the vendors, and come out and meet everybody else, have the cuisines, watch the presentations as well. So you don't have to do the 5K.
Got it.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yes.
How many vendors are you going to anticipate having?
We hope to have at least 15 vendors. We're trying to get lots of food vendors because I want to really taste all the different foods.
Gotcha.
I'm always fascinated by the similarities that we have. We're more similar than we think. And always nice to learn a new dish and taste something different and just enjoy the day.
Good.
We will have a children's play section as well. So it is, and that's the first time we're having the kids area too.
Nice.
So it's a really, really, really big this year than the previous years. So in the past we would have the run and then, hang around a little bit and then leave. But this time it's going to be more like an all day, going up until 5 o'clock. So that's good for the vendors as well because they have a long period of time in order to vend. Right. And also meet the other patrons of Piedmont Park.
Gotcha.
We are right by the Charles Allen Gate. That's on 10th Street. So as soon as you walk in, you'll probably see us, hear us before you see us. Right. But good music as well. And always give a shout out from day one to Ezzy of Ezzy Spotlight, who will be our MC for the day.
That's my boy.
Yes, Ezzy.
Big up Ezzy.
Big up Ezzy.
The vendors, is it restricted to just Caribbean vendors or can any vendor?
So we're open to all vendors. What we will have is for every 5 vendors. So whether it is, for example, I'm going to say, St. Kitts. If St. Kitts had some food vendors and probably a vendor with any products, other services and stuff like that. Once we have a group of at least 5, we're going to put your flag. We will be responsible for putting your flag in front of that area. Got it. So I want to also share that it's not just food. So whatever products, if you represent St. Kitts, hey, St. Kitts. But anybody from anywhere is really welcomed. Okay. Yes.
But the limit is 15 vendors.
Yes.
Okay. So basically on a first come, first served basis. Okay.
Yes.
What's the deadline to
we're accepting vendors until the 15th, April 15th. That way we can have everybody situated, where they need to be, make sure they have everything that they need. The food truck vendors will have to check in with the city to get their last approval, but that's usually an easy process. And most of the truck vendors are familiar with that process as well. Gotcha. And then, it's open to everyone.
And of course, there's a fee.
Yes. Right now, there's an early bird fee. I can't even give a fee right now. Okay. One thing that you'll find out about me is that I try to be as accommodating as possible, meaning that they're different rates. So if you just have a table with information, that is less. A nonprofit organization is the lowest, right? Gotcha. And then we have our tent price and our truck priced.
Okay.
We even have early bird for those rates, and
Got
then
it.
we go into a general fee schedule.
Got it.
So, hey, we do
So
the best
there-
that we
there-
can to put it out there.
There's no way you said there's not accommodating. for you.
Exactly. We're
Got it,
trying to work
got
with
it,
everybody to make sure that it works out for everyone.
Okay,
In everything that I do, I want to make sure that vendors are taken care of, volunteers are taken care of, our patrons are taken. That everybody has to be comfortable,
Got it.
right, and has to be fair.
Got it.
So
Of course,
yes,
of
yeah.
course. Are you gonna have performances?
Yes.
Parties, stuff like that.
Right. Well, I'm not sure if any of the artists would like to come out and donate some time. I'd be very, very grateful. We can talk about it.
Okay.
So right now, just the presentations who I have scheduled
Got it.
to come out. We do hope to have a fashion show with the national dress. That's another thing that's absolutely gorgeous. The national dresses of different, islands.
Right,
So
right.
I know for Antigua it's Madras. We have this Madras. It's like we may see some kente cloth outfits. It's like,
Right.
yeah. I know. I forgot what the Dominique and St. Lucia, they're gonna get me because they told me the names of their attire. It's just that Creole look. It's beautiful, and so I'd love to. You remember what they dressed up in?
I don't remember.
Yes, I'm sure St. Kitts has.
We
yeah.
have. We have.
Look, I might have to have you in the fashion show.
I-
I'm
oh,
just
me in
saying.
Fashion. Gee.
I.
You want people to run away? Put me in the fashion show.
I'm just saying, but even that, and even for you, for you to recall after you see it, I'm sure you'll say, "Oh, I remember that," and then for other people to learn,
Yes,
and for us just to see the differences. A fashion show would be absolutely beautiful. Men, women, and kids fashion.
I mean, it's
because
always
I've
good to
seen-
showcase your culture.
Yes,
and
yes,
your colors.
yes, and there are people who want to know more about us as
Absolutely.
well.
Absolutely.
And for us to learn about each other, because at times you take for granted, you figure you know everything about another island, or like, okay, well, what is new? Or you might be, pleasantly surprised that there's something else that you can always learn and appreciate as well.
I just learned earlier this week that monkeys are a delicacy in St. Kitts. I didn't know that. I honestly did not know that. I know there's a place I think it's called Monkey Hill.
I'm going to talk about you. You did not know. Okay.
I didn't know
so
that.
I lived a few years. I lived 4 years in St. Kitts, and actually I did live close to Monkey Hill. I live in St. Peters,
so
Monkey Hill.
you know
Right?
what I'm talking about.
But yes, it's a
'Cause we don't
delicacy.
eat monkeys in Nevis.
Okay. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
so
It
that's
is.
the difference. I
And
never
didn't-
lived in St.
I
Kitts.
didn't eat it, as far as I know. I'm
Right.
like,
I heard it's good, though.
It might look like chicken. I don't know.
I heard it's good.
As far as I know, I never ate it,
Right.
but I knew that when we moved there, we were told that it's a delicacy.
Right.
The Dutch island of Sabre, I lived there for
Which
a
is
while.
right next door to St. Kitts.
Yes, and theirs is iguana.
I heard about that. I know
Right,
about that. I know
right.
about that.
And hey, I'm like, don't knock it until you try it. I might not
Listen,
try it, but I'm
always
still not.
open-
I'm not gonna
always
knock
open
it.
to try new things once.
Oh, at least once, right?
at
At
least
least
once,
once. But I'm surprised you didn't know
I
that.
honestly, my father never told me that. I never knew that.
You never knew. Yeah,
never
yeah.
knew.
It just never came up.
And there's someone that used to live there that's not from there.
Yeah.
Told me about it earlier this week.
Got you.
And I'm bringing God off the cross. I said, nah.
Right.
And then I went and did my research. And
And it sure
I
is,
called
right?
my mother and she said yes.
Yeah.
But we don't have it in Nevis.
Okay,
So
okay.
that's probably why I didn't know it.
Yes. Yeah.
What else do you want folks to know?
That our early bird registration is fast approaching. We did have this open for this open the end of January. The registration did open up, and so the 15th is our date. We'll probably extend it only because of our big news for the nonprofit organizations and just an opportunity for them to form a team. Definitely we'll be putting more information out on that, but it is basically anybody who forms a team, and a team, they need to get 7 people. They are then eligible to get a raffle ticket, and that raffle ticket will be towards at least $200 that we will give to a nonprofit organization. naming it
choice
right
or?
of their choice.
Okay, gotcha.
Of their choice. Okay. So nonprofit organizations, they can go ahead and form their teams, or anybody else can form a team and then say which nonprofit they want to give it to. And that day on the spot, I know I'm so excited.
I like that. I love
Because
that.
we get to give to another nonprofit organization, right?
Absolutely.
So I'm very excited. And even, I mean, if they have 14 people, then they get 2 tickets. So every group of 7, your chances go up. So that's exciting. Okay. And so because we kind of just put that together, we might extend the early bird registration date, only by a week though. Okay, if they're coming in, they're coming in.
Got it.
If you're coming, you're coming. Extend it to give individuals enough time to form their teams and to spread the word and to still get in. Again, we just try to be as accommodating, but there's a point where you have to just say, I know. You have to say, all right, it's done now, that they kind of know. But that is something new. And so just as I said, to give people a chance.
Gotcha. Now, on a personal note, if someone wants to book you as a fitness, how do they go about doing that?
On Inclusive Fitness, so that's INCLUSIF.
Okay.
As in frankfitness.com.
Okay.
They are the host of the 5K, but it's also our health and wellness site. And so you can always send a message there or find me on social media, Patrice Peters as well. Yeah, so Instagram and on Facebook. And then send me a message. We do have some pop-up classes, which I'm going to consider them as the warm-up sessions because it's all going to be soca related. Okay. I'm not going to list dates because I'm probably going to mix it up. But again, on my social media pages that I put that information out, one of them will be at Fabletics in Lenox Mall, which is a clothing brand. And they usually give big discounts on the days that we do go in there. So I'll be there doing a soca class, and then another one will be in Piedmont Park in the same area where we're going to host the 5K, and we're going to do a soca class there. The Fabletics one is a kickboxing class, and then the other one will be aerobic dance in Piedmont Park. So.
And most importantly, this is I'm thinking it's a free event, correct?
The
wine walk.
So if you're doing the 5K, you register for that one, but then everybody is welcome free to come into the festival itself. Okay. Yes. Okay.
All right, I think we've covered just about everything.
Yes, I think
unless there's anything else you want to add.
No, I think we have. And shout out to our featured vendors. Some of our vendors are going to be giving a discount to the runners. And are providing raffle items. So I would like to thank my featured vendors. We are still in need of sponsors for the event. Okay. So come get your name on the T-shirt and come do some interview with me and, really showcase and support a family wholesome event.
Now, there's no rain date, right? The rain or shine is going to happen on May 3rd.
Yes.
So you all hear that. Rain or shine, be prepared.
Yes. Right. Unfortunately, once you lock that in with the city, that's the date that they hold you to.
Right.
So we just
appreciate
have to.
you.
Thank you so very much.
Appreciate that.
Thank you. Thank you for having me as well.
Absolutely.
I think
Are you going for carnival in Antigua?
No, I won't be. I'll just have to do the carnival here. I probably am not going to be going to carnival this year, but I always just call in and see what's going on and what's the latest and who's doing what and where is the party going to be and everything. Just get all the updates.
Yes. We have Culturama in Nevis the same date as Carnival in Antigua.
Oh.
Which is the same ending of July to August.
Yeah. So is it always the same? Always the same. Okay. Yeah, that's what I don't remember.
St. Kitts has Carnival in December. But Nevis has our version of Carnival, which is Culturama. The same time every year.
Okay. And it's always with the same time as Antigua.
Okay. The same time.
Will you be going back?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Because I'm booked out. I'm going to be in Africa and a couple other places.
Nice.
So,
okay.
So I wish I could.
Next time.
My mom is going to kill me, but
you'll take it, and then and she'll forgive you.
Always.
Of course, always, right?
Yeah, your mom is always going to forgive you no matter what.
Yes, there you go. Yeah.
Once again, thank you so much, folks. Once again, make sure to check out Whine, WHINE, Walk Run 5K. And it's May 3rd, 2025, down at Piedmont Park. And of course, rain or shine, it's going to happen.
Yes, and we're going to have a wonderful time. It's always a lot of fun. Always, new friends and, everything. It's always a good time.
Thank you, Ms.
Yes.
Patrice.
Thank you very much. You have
pleasure.
a good one.
My pleasure.
You.
Make sure to subscribe to the channel. That's youtube.com/Ricovibes, and we'll catch you next time on another edition of Take 5.
This episode of Take 5 with Ricovibes is brought to you by...
Yeah, bunks and ranks.
Hey, hey, hey. Viking. Hey, hey, hey. Yo. Hey, hey, hey. Million carnival of a contract. Every year we go hard like nail on the road with truck bigger than humpback whales. So take a thumbtack with calendar and just mark that day. Cause when you see